Welcome back. Can you hear me okay? Okay, good. That was almost a disaster. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I tried to go through OBS so I could have the screen in the corner here. I'll have to figure it out for next week. I hadn't planned to use it this week anyways, but just adjust my camera a little bit. Wrong way. There we go. So welcome back, everybody. Been putting together my Queen 2 introduction video, or thinking about it anyways. So hopefully I'll have that out tonight. Oh, we have a singer. So hopefully we can get, if we can get over 10 people, we'll start our bracket challenge again this week. Oh, with the delay, I know. Or maybe I could have done the prophet song, the little canon in between there. I'm just going to switch the camera to the other side here, so this might be all bad. Close your eyes if you don't like too much movement. Now you can all see my messy basement. Hello, Liliana and Lindsay. Oh, we're already up to 11. This is good. Was it the same 11 we had last week? Was anybody here not here last week? Hello, Chris. Welcome. You weren't here last week, Macintosh? I see you've changed your avatar, Liz. Oh, hello, Leslie. Do you prefer Leslie or Macintosh? Oh, never apologize for that, Nick. I love the comments. The more the merrier. And I do the same thing. Sometimes I start commenting in the first couple seconds of somebody's video. Oh, is that what the numbers are? Okay. It's in code. So did anybody have to suffer through that heat wave last week? I know here on the West Coast we got it pretty bad. I know Silver was here for a short bit last week. I haven't talked to him again since. I have him on, not Messenger, but whatever it's called. Never remember. WhatsApp. No, Chris, it's kind of much perpetual winter there, isn't it? Not a whole lot of sunshine. No, I don't even know what Sky Arts is. What is Sky Arts? I love warm weather, but we don't get enough of it here either. Well, 80's not bad. You can actually go out in it when it's 80. So when it gets over 100, it becomes not so much fun. Is Sky Arts a TV channel? Yeah, I don't know. I watch so little television. I don't know. I don't even know what channels I have. So Chris is in the UK. Where is everybody else from? Is most everybody here in North America? Oh, Ireland. Oh, right. I knew that, Michelle. Forgotten. Tennessee. Yeah, nice. Whereabouts in the Philippines are you from, Liz? I've been there once. We were there in 2015. Mostly Baguio City and Alaminos. Yeah, well, I set the stream time for 4 o'clock because I knew the UK was 8 hours ahead, so I figured that was a good compromise. Saturday night. Hopefully you guys can stay up for a little while. Yeah, yeah. This is my happy face. I pretty much live in t-shirts. I have to get some more actually. Hello, Lee. Welcome. I wonder, is anybody here from the BTS Army? I know in the schedule I mentioned it was a little competition of Queen songs, so. Well, I'm glad you found us, Lee. Hello, I want to say Polly, or would it be Folly? White Man is an awesome track. It's especially sensitive here in Canada nowadays, though, as we've having some well, some difficulty when we look back through our Canadian history right now. A lot of the residential schools, they've been finding mass graves of children, and there's been a big pushback against Canada amongst its citizens. So Dead or White Man would certainly be um, a controversial song right now. Very fitting, I suppose, but well, today, Folly, we're actually we do a Queen song bracket where we mention two songs, Queen songs, and we vote which one we think is the better of the two. And then by the end of the stream, we have the winner of the day. But of course, we have conversation in between that. So I don't know if you know much of Queen music. But of course, we're willing to talk about just about anything. The topic doesn't have to be Queen, of course. In the Lap of the Gods one last time. I can go through the brackets. I wrote them all down. Let's see. It was the first bracket was Love of My Life versus You Take My Breath Away, and Love of My Life won that one. And then Hammer to Fall against Keep Yourself Alive, and Keep Yourself Alive won that one. Breakthrough against Keep Passing the Open Windows, and Breakthrough won that one. And then the two versions of In the Lap of the Gods, and the first version won that one. And on the other side of the bracket was Man on the Prowl versus Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Crazy Little Thing Called Love won that one. Bicycle Race against Fat Bottom Girls, Fat Bottom Girls won. Millionaire's Waltz against Fairy Feller's Master Stroke, and Millionaire's Waltz went on. Stone Cold Crazy against Seven Seas of Rye, and Seven Seas of Rye went on. And then into the final 8, it was Keep Yourself Alive against Love of My Life, and Keep Yourself Alive went on. Breakthrough against Lap of the Gods, and the Lap of the Gods won. Crazy Little Thing Called Love against Fat Bottom Girls, that was Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Millionaire's Waltz took out Seven Seas of Rye. And then down to the final four was Keep Yourself Alive against Lap of the Gods, and the Lap of the Gods won. Crazy Little Thing Called Love lost against Millionaire's Waltz, and in the finals, Lap of the Gods took out Millionaire's Waltz for victory number one. Okay, so we're up to 18. That's a pretty good number. So everybody ready for the first bracket? And then we'll take a little time between each bracket like we did last time and talk about whatever else, just so we can get some separation in the voting. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I think my favorite song out of all that bracket probably would have been the Millionaire's Waltz. So at least it came in, at least it was the runner-up. But there's a couple brackets that surprised me, I guess. And I don't think any of them were unanimous. I think Crazy Little Thing Called Love beating Man on the Prowl was the most convincing. Hello, Hot Space. Welcome. Yeah, I've already done up the I got the Sweet 16 right here for this week. I actually did a little preparation for something for once. I'm so used to winging it. So, like I say, if any of you are here that aren't Queen fans per se, it's not just going to be about the bracket. We'll definitely have conversation between the two, so don't feel left out. Okay, here we go. Let me get a pen, make sure it works. Okay, here we go. For anybody who hasn't done this before, we've got 16 Queen songs here. We're going to narrow it down, try to get the winner for the day. So, first bracket. If your choice, just basically hit number one or number two. So, Tenement Funster is going to be number one, or Funny How Love Is number two. Vote for your favorite of those two songs. Number one for Tenement Funster, number two for Funny How Love Is. When I get a little deeper into the BTS catalog, I'll probably try to do something for the BTS Army as well, something very similar to this. Might have to do two live streams, or perhaps just kind of do, both brackets. But I don't know enough BTS songs to be able to do a bracket like this, so. We're 8-4 right now in favor of Tenement Funster. Any other votes? Tenement Funster was a Roger Taylor sung song off Sheer Heart Attack. Yes, give me a good guitar. Okay, so votes ending in 3, 2, 1, and Tenement Funster takes the first one. So a little belated, but for my birthday card, I'm going to show off that I got from my wife and child, because they spent the time to hand make me a card this year. So on the front, and the picture drawn by my wife, happy birthday, nice sunny beach, my kind of place. And then on the inside is my son's version of the same picture. So it says, to Daddy, happy birthday, have a great day or a good day. And then, babe, you deserve a vacation on a nice little island. Have a wonderful day. Love you, Bernice, from Tyler and Mommy. So I thought that was nice. I like homemade things. Anything that people are willing to put that kind of any time or effort into is special. I'm not a big fan of cards in general, but when they're handmade like that, then they're really quite special. And yes, Liliana, we're going to get to a nice present that I received um, this week, and we'll next maybe between the next pairing we'll get into that one a little bit. Hello, Daniele. I didn't see you come in. Hello. Okay, moving on to bracket number 2. Your favorite of the two songs? Well, I'm all for having a whole birthday week. You're right, one day isn't enough. Okay, here we go. Number 1 for You and I, or number 2 for You're My Best Friend? You and I, number 1. You're My Best Friend, number 2. What? All these 2s? It's starting to get a little closer now. What are we at? 3, 7, 8, 5 right now in favor of You're My Best Friend. Looks like that might be it. It is a tough choice. I'll only vote if I have to break a tie. John Deacon always writes the happiest songs, doesn't he? He did. Which is sometimes why I pair certain songs together. It is good to see Hot Space. An album that doesn't get enough love. Okay, so voting over in 3, 2, 1. Done. You're My Best Friend is the winner. Yeah, I'd say there's some hints there. When I first bought the album, I Put Out the Fire was my favorite song. I used to play that repeatedly. And Backchat. I loved Backchat. And Cool Cat. Cool Cat's probably my favorite off the album. So going back to my birthday a little bit, I agree, Nick. You and I would be my choice out of those two songs, but majority rules. So I got this little thing in the mail from Liliana, guessing for my birthday. So I don't know if you can. Freddie Mercury, A Life in His Own Words. I haven't actually cracked it yet. I was waiting to show it off before I started reading it. But thank you very much, Liliana. This was really nice. I never think of going out and getting these things on my own, but that is a wonderful gift. I really appreciate that. Yeah, musically, Queen and BTS are obviously very different, but I think the similarities between the two come where, Queen kind of created their own genre of music, and BTS has kind of pushed the boundaries of what you might traditionally call a boy band. Their lyrics are quite a bit deeper. So yeah, they're kind of creating their own pathways. So in that way, I do find them quite similar. Yeah, thankfully my front door is kind of hidden, so not a lot of people would see it by going down the street. And I'm always nervous about that too. Amazon leaving packages on the front door. First song was Headlong in '91. So for me, that's just so strange because I'd been a Queen fan for so long. Yeah, I have no doubt I'll like this book. I'm looking, like I say, I would have had it read by now, but I didn't want to crack the spine yet until I was able to show it off and thank Liliana for it. Yeah, Lee, that was the whole idea of my channel when I started it. If you ever go back and listen to some of my early reactions, the two reasons why I started this channel was to get over my camera shyness and to just help spread the word of Queen to help the music last forever. And then, of course, there's so many Queen reaction channels out there. I wanted to be able to do something a little different than just kind of put on the song and pretend I've never heard it. So I decided to try to at least speak a little bit about each song and the feelings I had about them growing up and how I discovered them. It is an addicting little lyric, Nick. Yeah. And thank you, Folly, the happy birthday. Sorry, I just caught that. Nick, I like shooting guns. I just don't see a purpose of having a gun amongst society. That's all. Like to go to a shooting range, sure. I mean, but I would never have one in my house. I don't feel the need to have one in my house. So, yeah, I try to offer what I can certified. I mean, there are far more knowledgeable people than I am in regards to Queen. Like I know when I go through other people's reaction channels, somebody like Zenobia. I mean, he's an encyclopedia of information, and he takes the time to write everything out in such detail. I sometimes get a little lazy in that regard, but I was never able to convince him to start his own channel. So yeah, there you go. A line that sounds familiar. Okay, on to the third bracket. Everybody ready? Yeah, I guess it's about 46 years for me as well, Chris. I don't know if Zenobia is a he or a she. For some reason in my head, it's always been a he, but Does anybody know Zenobia, or like me, just see him or her in all the comment sections? That's the thing with like just avatars and online conversations. You never really know who you're talking to. Yeah, Roger and Brian hated Hot Space. They didn't really want to have much to do with it. And they don't actually appear that much on the album, really. It's funny you would mention Ancient Michelle because we were just talking about that. What age you become old and what age you become ancient. That's one of the concert tours I saw, Nick, was the Hot Space tour. They toured with Billy Squier. And at least here in Vancouver, Billy Squier didn't get a very good reception. He even made a comment about restarting his set because nobody was into it, and then made a mention about do you even want an encore or something? And yeah, most people just wanted him off the stage so Queen could come on. But I like Billy Squier. I mean, he was really big for a while there. Yes, that was the Hot Space tour. Yeah. Did they do a song together, Billy Squier and Freddie? I'll have to check into that. I probably heard it and probably just forgot, but I'll have to look into that again because I don't remember. Been a long time since Billy Squier was relevant because he had what two really well known albums and then just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Okay, let's move on to the third bracket. Oh, hello and welcome. I don't want to butcher your name. Zenek? Is the D silent? Okay, here we go. Third bracket. First song, Radio Gaga, hit number 1, or Headlong, number 2. Number 1 for Radio Gaga, number 2 for Headlong. This one's close. I honestly thought Radio Gaga would run away with this one, but I'm glad to see that Headlong is getting some due. So let's see. We're 5-all right now, if I'm counting correctly. Radio Gaga number 1. Headlong is number 2. I'm guessing, looks like, well, we'll see. You got a little bit more. Uh-oh, now we're tied again. I wasn't huge on Radio Gaga either at first, but I think it was the Live Aid performance that really kind of made me a bit more of a fan of it. So I'm counting these votes at 6-all. So we'll end voting on this one in 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, I have to double count these here now. Let's see. 1-all, 2-all, 3-all, 4-all, 5-all, 6, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 6 votes each. So I guess I have to actually pick one. Who do I want to go on? Well, I'd say simply on the, well, no, I can't consider live because that was one of my rules. I was going to say Radio Gaga just simply because it's had such an impact, but oh, why do I have to vote? This isn't fair. Well, I'm going to go for the underdog on this one. I'm going for Headlong. It reminds me, it's got a little bit of a breakthrough vibe on it. It's got that kind of charging beat that just no, it's not unfair. It's rules are rules. They're both still great songs. Yeah, well, somebody's got to win. Some of my favorites went down early last week, so here we go. Exactly, there's nothing you can do about it. They are both good, yeah. So who here was a fan of Queen before 1990? And who came? So write if you were before 1990 or after 1990. So I guess that would be an after, huh? Certified and Hot Space, yeah. Calling out all the oldies here. Yeah, I didn't want to put the like the 1980 as the before or after. Yeah, I don't have one though, so I refuse to bring one of those things into my house. I'm a little paranoid about those. Born 2007, my goodness. It's nice to see Queen has fans like that, though, that they are generational. And that's the idea. We want to keep this music alive. People will still be listening to it in 100 years from now. Yeah, I guess I was 12 when I became a Queen fan, 15 when I first saw them in concert. Well, I think that's where you really solidify being a Queen fan is when you get past their singles and into their album songs. Because that's where, many Queen fans will say their favorite songs are the ones, the album cuts, the deep cuts. Okay, everybody ready for bracket four? Okay, here we go. Bracket four. Hit number one for Tear It Up, or number two for Put Out the Fire. Tear It Up is number one, Put Out the Fire number two. Well, Hot Space, you might not have to make a decision based on the early voting here. Thank you, Hot Space. I like Put Out the Fire as well, although I like them both. But all right, Nick. Can't cheat. It's hard enough for me to count as it is. Okay, sorry, Folly. I hope you haven't left yet. Um, Thank you for coming by and saying hello. And I'll try to introduce a little bit of BTS stuff as I get to know the band a little better. Unfortunately, right now I'm just barely on the surface. Or maybe we can promote it with the BTS army a little more and just get a bigger group in here and we can always talk about music in general. But again, thank you for coming by. Okay, so I think that last one, I think Tear It Up is the winner. Okay, Hot Space, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully see you next week. Maybe I can try to start a little bit earlier next week because I can start maybe 2 o'clock. Might be better time for everybody, and for those of you in the UK, don't have to be up so late. Would that work better for you guys in the UK and Ireland and such? Would a 10 o'clock start be better for you guys? Yeah, I'll do it a little bit earlier next week, anyways, just to see how it goes. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Nick. That way I can get you before you're drunk or as you're getting drunk instead. Oh, you get up at 6? Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely no, it'll be 10 p.m. for them if I started here at 2. And that way if we go an hour and a half or so, which is what it looks like we typically do, that still gets them to bed before midnight. Okay, so for those of us who are not going to bed yet, we'll move on to bracket number 5. Are you leaving, Lee, or are you just saying goodnight to those who are leaving? Welcome back, Z. Where are you from, Z? Looks very Eastern European. Okay, here we go. Bracket number 5. Hit number 1 for Was It All Worth It? Or number 2 for Tie Your Mother Down? Tie Your Mother Down's number 2. Was It All Worth It? Number 1. Yeah, I guess it would, time wise, it would be 5, I guess, on the East Coast. So Tennessee would be what, 2 hour difference? So 3, 3. So we're sitting at 5-4 for Tie Your Mother Down right now. Any other votes to come in? Was It All Worth It? It's number 1. Tie Your Mother Down is number 2. And voting ending in 3, 2, 1. Macintosh, did you just go and balance everything out? Oh, no, hang on a sec. We got a couple of votes in at the last moment there, so let's see where we're sitting. Okay, certified. Thank you for coming by. Like I say, next week we'll do it a little earlier. Czech Republic, nice. I'm glad you're here with us. So now that we've got a few more votes in, let's see where we're at. 3, 3, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5. Yeah, we were tied until Z came in and threw his mark down for Was It All Worth It? Am I counting that right? 6-5 now for the ones. Well, we got another Was It All Worth It vote in at the end here. All right. So unless, if I'm counting this correctly, Was It All Worth It is the winner. A little surprised by that one. It's true, Nick. Yeah. Okay, a little surprised by that one. Schneck, like the ZD is a more of a SH sound. Lambert. I don't mind Adam Lambert. At least he's not trying to be Freddie Mercury. At least. Yeah, the guitar riff is great on "Tie Your Mother Down." That was my first and favorite song on Day at the Races. I would rather see Glambert than old Fluffy Face there. I always conveniently forget his name. The Freddie impersonator. Martel. Yes, Mark Martel, yeah. I'd rather see Adam Lambert than Mark Martel. Okay, bracket number 6. Here we go. This one's going to be interesting because these two songs are very different from each other. So I'll be curious to see. Did you like Paul Rogers? I was indifferent on Paul Rogers. I mean, I knew him from Bad Company, and I don't think his voice suited the band per se. I don't think he had the chops to pull off a lot of Queen songs. Okay, anyways, bracket 6. So hit number 1 for Seaside Rendezvous or number 2 for Mustafa. Seaside Rendezvous is number 1, Mustafa number 2. Uh-oh. Yeah, if he's singing his stuff. But I just don't know if he had the vocal diversity to pull off a lot of Queen music. Not that I think he's a bad singer. I think he's great for what he does. I would go see Mark Martel as a impersonator, but I wouldn't go see him singing for Queen, if that makes sense. I don't want, because Freddie Mercury can't be replaced, so I don't want somebody there that's just trying to be Freddie Mercury. And this one's looking very much like the vote is done. So we'll call an end to the vote in 3, 2, 1, and Seaside Rendezvous moves on. I love Mustafa, yeah. But I love Seaside Rendezvous as well. Two good songs to really show off Queen's diversity. Yeah, we do have to choose between one of two. But these two songs would be really hard to match up against any other song because they're quite unique. I guess Seaside Rendezvous and something like In Only 7 Days might be a more apt comparison. But I had to put Mustafa with something. Well, George Michael sure pulled off Somebody to Love at the Freddie Mercury concert for sure. Yeah, again, I don't dislike Mark Martel. I'm very protective of Freddie. But you got to wonder how George Michael would be singing some of Queen's heavier songs. Though. Like, could he pull off "Tie Your Mother Down"? Oh yeah, you were at that concert. Yeah, that would have been a fun concert to go see. I remember just the big controversy between Elton John and what's his name from Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, because I think Axl Rose had said some derogatory things about Elton John previous. That's why they had such an amazing, like such a an applause when he came out at the end of Bull Rap there. So somebody mentioned you before. Who here has seen um, Queen with Adam Lambert? Yeah, Chris, do you remember the interview they had with Seal, who wanted to sing "Who Wants to Live Forever," and then he tried to sing it, and then realized just how difficult Queen songs are to sing. I like Elton John. He is a classy guy, and he's had some great music himself. I mean, he was huge in the '70s. All right, drive safely, take care. Hopefully, see you again next week. We're going to start a little earlier next week, 2 hours earlier. Hope to see you there. $300 for Queen with Adam Lambert. I said I'd go next time Queen came to Vancouver. That's $300. My goodness, and that's 300 American dollars. Take care, Z. Yeah, I guess Vegas probably puts a premium on concerts, so they're probably a little more expensive there than they would be in some places. Okay, let's keep this moving so not everybody falls asleep on us. Oh, if Freddie, yeah, I mean, if Queen came around with Freddie now, like for somehow he rose again for a concert tour, I'd empty my bank account to go see him. Chris, my first Queen concert, I don't remember, it was either $8 or $12 Canadian when I saw them in 1980. Could you imagine going to see a concert like Queen for $10? Yeah, I didn't. I refused to go see Queen with Adam Lambert. I refused to go see Queen at all after Freddie passed away. But I really softened my stance on that. I mean, it's just a concert. I can't be so pigheaded. I'm sure would still go have a good time. Hello, Julian. Welcome from Munich, Germany. I've been to Munich. I spent a month there. Beautiful city. Just not too far from the Olympic Park. Spent a lot of time wandering around there. So since you just joined us, we're doing a Queen bracket challenge. We're choosing our favorite Queen song out of a group of 16 today. And we're just on to our seventh bracket of the preliminaries. What time are you at right now in Germany? Oh, 2 in the morning. It's Saturday. I'm sure you're up late. Well, obviously you're up late. So is it Ulrich or Ulrich or neither? So we're going on to our next bracket here. We'll keep this moving. Boy, I hope that the right one wins here. Okay, so here we go. Seventh bracket, first song. Hit number 1 for Father to Son, or number 2 for Princes of the Universe. Father to Son, number 1, Princes of the Universe #2. Oh, you guys are killing me. You're killing me. Again, I love both songs, but so we're sitting at a 4-4 tie right now. Yeah, both good songs. I've always been kind of a little bit biased towards 70s Queen. So when it comes to two similar, well, not similar songs, but two similar quality songs, I always tend to go for the 70s. So where are we sitting here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5, 5. So maybe somebody can help me out here. It looks like Prince's pulled it off by a vote. So Lee, you voted too, though, right, Lee? You voted for Princes of the Universe? Highlander was a great movie, still a good movie. Okay, voting ending in 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh, so you voted 1. Okay, so hang on, let's recount this then. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. I count 5 all. Am I missing anything there? Yeah, Lee voted for 2, but I think he changed his vote to 1. Do I understand that correctly, Lee? It's all up to you, Lee. If you vote 1, we have a tie. If you vote 2, we have a winner. So please verify your vote for us. Father to Son was #1. Princes of the Universe #2. 2. Okay, we have a winner. Princes of the Universe moves on. All us old farts are crying. That's all right. All Queen songs are good songs. And after all, last week was won by 70s Queen, so. Oh no, there's nothing wrong with your choice, Lee. We're just all having fun. Yeah, exactly. There's no crying in Queen. And baseball. So we've been streaming for just over an hour, so we're going to keep going fairly quickly to finish off our brackets here before we lose too many people. So let's keep moving. Bracket number 8. Hit number 1 for I Was Born to Love You, or number 2 for Las Palabras de Amor. I Was Born to Love You, number 1. Las Palabras de Amor, number 2. You know, that's kind of true, Chris. I think that song's brought tears to my eyes on a couple of occasions. I find the video, the one where they have some of the movie clips, I find that one's the most difficult to watch because it really makes you connect what the story's about. Well, I got a lot of close ones this week. I'm counting this one at 5 all. Let's see. No, actually, I think it looks like it's Las Palabras. If anybody wants to flip back through chat there and take a look, see if my count is right. Yeah, we're talking not the Queen version, not the Freddie solo version. Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back for I Was Born in this one. Okay, voting ending in 3, 2, 1, and done. Las Palabras moves on. Yeah, both versions are great. I mean, it's probably not the best example, but you can really tell what makes Queen Queen. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Freddie's solo stuff, but it misses a certain element that I'm so used to hearing with Queen, and mostly Brian's guitar, of course. So that's why I hold that Queen was 4 members. I don't think any one of them could have been lost, and Queen being what they became ultimately. I have a story about a white outfit at a hospital. I was with my buddy Troy at a party one year, and he was fighting with his girlfriend, and she ended up pushing him, and he fell down these concrete stairs, split his head open, and I was wearing this white coat. And of course, helping my friend, I got absolutely covered in blood. So when we got to the hospital, of course, they started like questioning me. They thought I was the one who might have done it. So the police came, and it wasn't until they talked to Troy afterwards and asked him what happened that the suspicion was taken off of me. But yeah, it was pretty messy. In My Defense is such a good song. Yeah. I wonder how much more music Queen would have put out. Do you think they still would have been making music today? No, I don't. I don't think they thought I was a doctor. I was like 17 or 18 at the time. I was no Doogie Howser. Okay, let's move on. We got our quarterfinals to do. Everybody ready? We're going back to our first pair of brackets. Hit number 1 for Tenement Funster, or number 2 for You're My Best Friend. Tenement Funster number 1, 2 for You're My Best Friend. It's not looking good for Roger on this one. No, you're not tricking me, Nick. So yeah, it looks like, what do we got? 2, 4, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Tenement's going to bed on this one. So You're My Best Friend, the first semifinalist. He really was, Chris. The Silent Assassin. Julian is 8. Is that for real? You're my son's age, Julian. Okay, moving on to our next of the 4 quarterfinals. We're going to be hitting number 1 for Headlong, or number 2 for Tear It Up. Headlong number 1, Tear It Up number 2. So Nick, that's number 2 for you. Go decaf. Yeah, I think despite some a little bit of cheating for number one here, I think number one still takes this one. Feel like it's the U.S. election. We're getting votes dumped into the chat here. So voting's over in 3, 2, 1, and Headlong moves on. Okay, the other side of the bracket now, semi-final or quarterfinals. We're going to hit a 1 for Was It All Worth It, or a 2 for Seaside Rendezvous. Was It All Worth It, number 1, Seaside Rendezvous, number 2. And so we've got a chat full of rock and rollers. I think we have a winner. Voting ends in 3, 2, 1. Done. So 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 5, 3. It's like a 6-4 vote. About. It's like, Was It All Worth It is moving on. I know, Margie, your votes are just getting hammered this week, huh? Hello, Birdhouse. Like, can you chat, voice chat on this? I don't think so. I think only I can voice chat on the live streams. You know, Michelle, that's a really good idea. Can I do it when I'm just streaming through YouTube Studio? I wanted to go through OBS so I could do just that, play a little bit of the song. But when I started the stream up, all I did was get a three-way echo. And unfortunately, it didn't work so well. So I think maybe for next week, I'll try to fix whatever issue I was having with OBS so we can do exactly that. So even when we're voting for each song right from the very beginning, we can play a little clip of the song beforehand just to give everybody a little refresher. Yeah, can you call a friend for help with a vote? Quickly play the song for me. Yeah, I think the 70s Queen fans are getting a little outnumbered. That's okay. We love it all. Okay, into the final of the semi or quarterfinal brackets. Um, Boy, what a weird duo this one ended up being. Hit number one for Princes of the Universe. Number two for Las Palabras de Amor. I don't know, could these songs be more different? Princes of the Universe, number one. Las Palabras, number two. Yeah, I know which one this one's going. Oh, I gotta say it's closer than I thought it would end up being. And once again, Margie. Yep. I don't think there's any coming back for this one, so it looks like Princes of the Universe is moving on. Yeah, Nick, I think you should be the last one to vote. Okay, let's keep going. Let's do the semifinals now. Back to the other side of the bracket. Yes, there can only be one, and we're getting there eventually. So where are we? Number one for You're My Best Friend. Number two for Headlong. You're My Best Friend is number one. Headlong, number two. Perhaps, Nick. That's a possibility. You'll get to see how the votes go first. Although it looks like somebody's pulling ahead here. Well, you don't get to break a tie, Nick, but you get the final vote, my friend. Yes, you're allowed to vote. Yeah, there's no tie here. And I know Nick is going to pick Headlong on this one. Okay, voting ending in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, a bit of a landslide there. Looks like Headlong goes on to the finals. Okay, other side of the bracket. Here we go. The other finalist who's going to be going headlong or head to head against Headlong is number one for Was It All Worth It? Number two for Princes of the Universe. Ah, there you go, Nick. That's a tough choice, my friend. Was It All Worth It? Number one. Princes of the Universe, number two. Oh my goodness, are we going to have a unanimous final? Well, Lovey, that just goes to show it's the Queen fans don't always prefer the hits. So looks like a pretty easy winner this week. Or a bit between these two. Was it all worth it going to the finals? Well, you gotta. There we go. Repeat. Was it all worth it? Number one. Princes of the Universe. Number two. Thank you, Julian. Prince of the Universe got a few votes at the end there, but I think it got swamped. Was it all worth it? Took that one. Which takes us down to our final. So let's do it. Hit number one for Was It All Worth It? Or number two for Headlong? Okay, Nick, got your vote. Thank you. Was It All Worth It? Number one. Headlong, number two. So did you catch the last one there, Liliana? Was It All Worth It? Number one. Headlong, number two. This one is a little closer, yeah. No, Nick, you got to wait just a couple more minutes and then you can go crash. We have to announce our official winner, which is looking like it's going to be Was It All Worth It? Is that right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Yeah, it is. So the winner of the week, Was It All Worth It? And there concludes our second Queen Song Bracket Challenge. And then I guess once we go through enough of these and we can take all the winners and we can put those head to head, and eventually by the end of this we can come down to the vote for the most popular Queen song amongst us Queen fans. Yeah, it was a little shocking, this one, I have to say. I mean, Was It All Worth It? I really liked, but a couple of my favorites got knocked out early in this one. So again, thank you everybody for coming. I hope you had a good time. I really enjoy doing these bracket things. So hopefully this is something you guys want to keep doing moving forward. If you ever get bored of them, of course, we can always try and invent something different. But so far it seems to be working out pretty well. Yeah, we've got some really good songs to get to. I've been kind of avoiding putting in some of the better known stuff early. So remember, next week, everybody, we're going to try 2 hours earlier, and I'll try to do the scheduling thing as well, of course, to reflect that, to give you all a chance to throw on your reminders. Oh yeah, we should do a bracket for album covers too. That's a good idea. Pick our favorite album covers because I don't have them all, but I mean we could always throw them up on the video on in the corner on OBS. But yeah, maybe we'll do that sometime too. Maybe we'll do a couple more of these song brackets because there's going to be a ton of them. I mean, 16 per. I mean, we're going to get at least 10 of these brackets to cover most of the Queen catalog. But somewhere in the middle there, yeah, we'll do a head to head against all of the Queen albums. It all works for me, Nick, as long as everybody's having a good time and everybody's able to participate. You know, as we move forward, we might get more BTS fans in here. They might not know the Queen music and be unable to kind of participate. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think album covers, you don't even need to like a band per se to vote for an album cover, right? Gut, Gute Nacht. Would that be right? Gute Nacht. Of course, you can't say it, but the month I spent in Munich, I think I learned maybe a half a dozen German words. Languages are not my strength by any means. Uh, I relate much better to numbers than letters. Yes, and again, thank you, everybody. Have a good night and take care. And again, this will be posted soon, so anybody who wants to, go back and listen to it again, Nick, when you wake up tomorrow, you can go back and watch it again and see what you missed. Yeah, have a great week. Queen 2 will be coming out soon. No, Nick, don't worry about it, my friend. You didn't say or do anything you're going to regret. We're all just having fun. All right, we got the regular United Nations here. So this United Nations meeting has been adjourned. All right, good night, all. Going to shut this one down. Like I say, I'll post this soon, and I'm looking forward to digging into the Queen 2 album, as I'm sure, especially a lot of you who've been voting all the 80s stuff. You're welcome. All right, good night, everybody. Ending stream.